You there's any day I'm not here, I travel. My passport cramming in baby at that. I've not traveled in a long time. Yeah.
Because of your previous record, you used to travel all over. So.
Oh no. I've been to only just some few places. I've not been around the world like many others say. I can't say that. Anyway,
I hope the family is okay. Everything is well.
By God's grace, we are all doing amazing. We are all doing good. It's a new day. Of course, we get to talk entertainment. And we've got a number of things on our plate to look at this morning. But before that, you know, there are conversations online. Yesterday happened to be the 1 week celebration of the late Yao Sapong, our very own, my big brother, my father. You know, 1 week yesterday, unfortunately, I couldn't be there. Conversations are coming out about music, offering a certain amount of money and all that. Like, yo, what is happening? I mean, I'm sure you've seen it. That they donated 500 cedis, and people are up in arms and saying, "Home music, you're out there, you're giving 500 Ghana cedis." Like, what's up?
Anyway, you see,
just briefly, because that's not part of our conversations.
I mean, and even I come from Mamri Mukrana, and women can monsa. Okay, monsa, and ensure. Na yedeko na. I mean, but to me, I would say that I have always pivoted from this point that how many of our musicians are part of musical, and how many of them are even in good standing with musical. Do we know the coffers of musical as it stands now? Is it because of just the association being the Musician Union of Ghana, or we've given them enough? Because as it stands now, an association that is close to 50 years or 50 years doesn't have an office that they can boast about it. It means that they are financially, there is cash trapness is there.
They are crippled.
They are crippled financially. And this is 1 week. The musical can't go about flaunting money because nobody. Musical is not like Gamro, where we know that they are.
Right Collection Society.
Society where money actually comes to them. Where you into one getting dues na. And look, the last time I said something here, most of our musicians, when they are in their prime, they wouldn't be part of these associations. They wouldn't be part of these agendas. They wouldn't be part of the very machinery that drives conversations for their interest. But when they are in their old age and dying out, that is the time that they become part of these associations and they begin to speak to issues and all that. So please.
So I don't think we are speaking in particular to Yao Sapong.
No.
It's just a general session here.
So musica, we shouldn't give the dog a bad name and hang it, because as it stands now, if you are to go to the musical Kumasi chapter and ask about how things are going on.
You mean the office at the Cultural Center for National Culture?
My brother,
the office of rebel.
It tells you that musica is musica, though it bears the name Ghana. But ask yourself, how many of the artists who are calling the shots now in the space are part of musical?
As it stands, they don't really care that much, you know. They don't care.
At a point in time, I remember during Obo's era, that was a time, most of the musicians were coined in and all that, but some of them later, after taking a lot of responsibilities in the space, they came back because some felt that Charlie at the end of class session more Chame Kwame also I think about 5 years or so. Now an allowance of say 250 cedis. So or they can accountant now and also account so they are not the whole account now no as accountant in this kind of music bit me and and 1,000 something. So it tells you how this association is actually faring. So let's not pressurize them that maybe they should be doing. Yes, if all of us are to be on board and to be actively participating in the activities of musical will become a force to reckon with. And when issues of this magnitude comes up, we will be able to, tell them to do what is right. But since we are all outside, and nobody social media, so no care at the end of the day, thinking say BBR must be. See, musica omunisika.
Okay, let me get to Mula. I'm sure you've seen some of the comments as well.
Yeah.
Just briefly, just a minute.
I think my brother is spot on this one. And Musica as a music body, as an association, Wangazam say Omoyare Kaka as an association, I think they have not been empowered enough. And
empowered by who?
By patrons.
Okay.
Obia, I can't say we are not say we mean to me Bobia.
Because all the body kosha buying.
Oh no. Can I buy? I think they are buying.
But the sad thing about music is that musician be a too quiet or letter home.
So letter head.
Yeah. But let's look at the benefits of joining an association like Musica. You're talking about welfare and insurance. They should be able to, even if they are not insuring you as an artist, they should be able to guide you as to how to insure your music, insure your life and that of your family. Because any of the above mentioned stuff affects musicians directly whilst they are still in their prime or active bio in music. Capacity of building and training.
You 1 minute bill, because we need a major topic.
Yeah. Capacity of building and training. When was the last time I would say, seminar be just to show musicians about monetization? Now we come and sit here and lash musicians and lash the young ones. They are supposed to fish out the problems that goes on in the music industry and find a way to give remedies.
That's from the
enlighten people. And America say, they still exist. So it is either you are active, you are doing it, or you are not. So, so they should let their problems, their issues be known.
Known to who?
Patrons.
Because you see, in all these, most of the time they don't need to let their problems be known to the public. Like from the beginning, everybody knows that Musica is an association, and in this country, every individual is entitled or has the freedom to join whatever association he or she wants. Once the object of that particular association is not illegal, you are allowed to join any association you want. Like you talked about, people join associations for various reasons, because of their personal interest, maybe because the association looks out for their welfare, like you talked about, and all that. So if somebody chooses to join Musica, that may be the reason. The other challenge is that there are people who perhaps are members of Musica and are not even paying their dues. They are not in good standing.
So how are you saying all this?
So that's why I'm saying that some of these things are conversations that are association. You discuss. You find ways to build your association.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
You say you should let the people know, and I said it has to
let it be known.
And you said
and you know the problems because of how?
Because I'm a part of Musica.
You are a part of Musica.
Yes.
So you are communicating. So let the people know. Not necessarily say Musica president. The people in it. That is why I mentioned patrons.
If the association
is not active, it's not performing their prerogatives. So what I say, extending a helping hand, throwing more light to people when they really need it, to guys' careers and all that. Now, can you mention one or two people or coming up? Like I say, seminars, and I say conference. Association. Who told you?
So let's restrict ourselves to the conversation about what people are saying.
A bit of information. Last year, Musica organized 2 music business I think
Seminars. I think Bessa Simon.
Yes,
I think I read about it.
They did at the Kumasi Cultural Center.
Yeah, I read about it.
They did.
And what was the seminar about?
That's also a patron, also a member.
So they have even registered all their members now to Uprise Music because they sign a
distribution and all that.
An MOU with them.
Yeah, so please wrap up for me.
So they should continue to let us know what is going on in there.
Okay.
If you know
as a member,
what you know, as
a member,
as a patron.
Bamenti as a patron, like you patronize music, so you're a patron, and also a patron of.
You are a patron of music, everything related to music. I mean, have an interest in it.
So you having an interest does not override the interest of members. Into members can decide say the ensemble to abonti. What do I
why
I was a witness with I was a witness to your wedding.
No public figure.
And your public figure assembly eka.
Your public figure.
Look at the analogy I'm making. Look at the analogy I'm making. I was a witness to your wedding. So I have an interest in your marriage.
You are part of Married Men Association.
So why are we talking about?
You are part of Married Men Association.
The amount they give. Why is it a topic for discussion?
That's what I'm saying.
Because whatever they are doing, it's of public interest.
No, do you know why people are complaining? Because they assume that a whole music, why are you giving 500 Ghana?
Why are they assuming? Because they don't let us know.
But why should they let you know?
And they can't want some day.
No, why should they let you know?
So if music has given 500 CDs, I say welfare. No, are you part of the welfare?
Internet maker say.
So what I'm saying is, once we are talking about it to the public, patrons. So it is of interest to everybody.
Internet educate you almost say.
Music educating wine.
And then the patrons, the listener.
Now the patrons, I'm kind of say why patrons?
It's not me business who mean by the patron. So I want to know baby or freeba and
I just say now person I say asama make I say enim. I say if I want to get into the details of association or what they do, I am not supposed to get into it. I'm not supposed to find out.
No, Mula.
But I am a patron.
My submission is that. Every association, unless they want to bring their matters out for discussion, an association, I'm sure you joined a number of associations. Boys are boy more groups, a WhatsApp group, with them come. So because screenshots be the better and how would you people feel?
So why have they given 500 CD and people are talking about it?
So that's what I'm
saying.
An
association, what you are saying, I understand. What I am saying is some more problems, some more my
then I'm by a bomb.
And today, will be able to have 500 topic for discussion. Then we shouldn't talk about
that's
it.
That's why I'm saying that people shouldn't be, because until you know what the association is about, you can't criticize them.
We are also obligated to let people know what they are about. That is exactly what I'm doing.
So
they have to provide seminars to musicians, how let people understand the music business, welfare, insurance,
so
legal protection,
to the
all those things
that they've now amount for. And
I mean, just say, Omo is saying, if you ask me a direct question, I can't give you a direct answer. Too bizarre, me say, 500 no, the mom, what do I think about it? Me say 500 in this, no me. I have to start from somewhere. Let people know we are here to inform and educate. Let you know that this and this is their obligation. If you understand about the issue.
And I
in a few seconds.
Because I said 1 minute to on my age should be 35 minutes.
I said one I you maybe how dragging do be a man in court.
Okay, Pacho Mate. Pacho Mate. Young Bula.
You know, one kasana as an association, I think say question mark ho. So what I say, and then we don't see them doing it. So omoba number 500. 500 is what is in their laws. It is a welfare committee or welfare association. It is in their law say 500 Ghana cedis and omobaya and a year so most of the time if an association they can say that we are going to give 500 but yes there were debut honoma
again so 1 week
what I say so just like I started with the open statement of there are question mark about them. I think we a big deal. So people should relax and not give them pressure because someone or more problems.
So people should relax and not give them pressure because someone has our problems. For me, I don't think there's anything wrong with 500 Ghana cedis. To say the Mr. Bones car from the beginning, no. Typically, for 1 week, they don't even give money. Yeah, Bones are say na a man for your normal kuntain till na say was say yeah judging some body 1 week.
Yeah, no more tab 1 week no more any giddy no more banana.
So you the open now about 1 week abay.
Those are typically 1 week now and say just for the family, to announce to people who are coming the date for the funeral.
Close associates.
Exactly. But unfortunately now 1 week in the crowd be
is it unfortunately?
Unfortunately.
I mean 1 week in the choir it releases me of pressure.
No, what I'm saying is that unfortunately 1 week in the choir is more like a whole party on its own for some people now. You get the banker typically 1 week is supposed to be just a few tents with family. Then when people come in, you inform them of the date of the funeral. But to say, you know, 1 week in so be a whole established thing.
So what's the date for the funeral?
I'll try and speak to Don Simon. Don Simon has been part of the organization, so he'll give us more information on that. Anyway, so please guys allow Mama Musiga Asumun Juno. At least they've tried. Anyway, we are going to get into our conversation this morning. Somewhat last week, or was it early this week on Tuesday, I had a conversation with Captain Planet on Rise and Shine. That's the album review. And during the conversation, something happened that caught my attention. In this industry, one thing people have complained about is gratitude, like people showing gratitude. You know, you might do things for people without expecting anything and all that, but people will hardly even give you credit for things you've done. Like they don't show any form of appreciation or anything. But throughout our conversation with Captain Planet, it's something that was coming up to the extent that he says, listen, even if Bright of Bookback fame comes to Ghana right now and says, yo, Captain, he will run and go and watch them. And he spoke highly of Bookback. And that's made us wonder what exactly it is that happened between them. He says, listen, say juma no mo ko ana yakoboshu omunye skakra bibi ombema bibi like omo cha ombema yenso yebi. He spoke so highly of them, and that's bringing us to the question that gratitude is it lost on today's musician or today's creative? Something you want to talk about this morning. Listen to this.
After we did you kill your brother because of money. We became famous before having an album. Now book back and introducing to the world already. How many young musicians visa call America? America before I started book back ever. We lived like a family. They took really good care of us. Book back, may God bless them all the time. I would say if it wasn't for book back, and can you name baby book back and JQA, and can you name baby I was to see ya. You know, they don't want to say almost me a day. Almost so and Sadia Betia, we have to say, oh, we need him call for a diomaba. Yeah, and then there's a bright back, nothing is in Yamaka Messi. I've learned something in this way, say, no matter higher height you go, you still have to serve. You have to serve. Right in the running, me on Timbaland, and I'm not ashamed to even do it again and do it again because they are my master. They gave me life, and I will always serve them.
So I'm sure. I mean, there was a lot said. He says, listen, they used to, on the Castro, they used to, you know, go and wash the Q's car. Wash that day, no habit to be a wash a car, no habit in our front, Moko Studio, and all that. And these people introduced them to so many other talents and all that. Like, he was so. How did you really hear some of these things? I mean, others do it, but of course, this was more like, as I was saying, imagine Mula had done so much for Flo Kingston, and Flo Kingston is sitting on BBC One Extra or something and saying Mula did this, did like You know how that will feel? Like you sit back and like, yo, let me get to Mr. Bones. Bones, you've heard Captain Planet speak to this thing.
Yeah.
Is gratitude lost on today's creative? Or that would be too much of a generalization?
First of all, gratitude is a must.
Just some 7 minutes.
And not a may. Gratitude is a must, not a may. Now, if let's take it from the Bible perspective. In the book of Luke, something happened when Jesus met 10 lepers. He actually healed them, and they all went away, and one returned when Jesus was also returning from his journey, and he came to say, Jesus, I am grateful. And Jesus made him whole. And he said, wasn't it 10 of you that I healed? Okay. Now, the story in the book of Luke tells or shows the importance of gratitude in there. Now, in the Quran, there is a promise of increase which is tied to being grateful. In Surah Ibrahim 14:7, it says that if you are grateful, I will surely increase you. Now, as men, God is the source, but men are the channels through which the very things that you are praying for, the very things that you are looking forward to, comes through. Say what way what bompa is a upiska. Na won na mo ana sike to free wi mu a chairman ubedwane. Ubebisa ahonsem, but it will be through Mullah. At a point in time, he'll come through for you and surprise you with something. Just like some people surprised me this week. Exactly that. At a point, you needed money to sort out school fees and other things, and your pressure not also. Now, I mean, you are looking every side, and money is not coming. Now, help will come. Now, you see, anyway, gratitude. I keep saying that we shouldn't take it for granted. If you want your thankful, be thankful. Because it gets to a point that wherever that you've got into in the space, in your journey, there is somebody who needs to mention you while you are not there.
Yeah.
I know very well that NY, somebody may have contacted NY to do something for him. And the very moment NY even thinks about, oh, I want to get A, B, C, D in there, means that there's a top of the mind awareness about you when it comes to your relationship with NY.
Yeah.
And that alone should tell you that you must be thankful. Now, in the music business, there is something that we call the reputation economy, where your name actually enters the room before you do. When producers, where engineers, where managers, where other people who have what it takes to call the shots are in boardroom conversations, you are not there. It will take somebody to mention you in there. And if that person mentions you, one thing that you need to say is thank you. And you acknowledge the effort of that individual, because it's not easy for you to be mentioned somewhere. It's not that you are the best one. And when you keep doing, or when you keep saying thank you, what it does is that there are people who actually burn bridges. There are people who don't say thank you. And now yeah, dear man, as or you're entitled to say now or yeah man when you say there are people who don't even, they may not be the best, but they are always on shows playing. Ask yourself, what is working for them? They are thankful, they appreciate the little things. And people who show appreciation for the little things, by the time you realize now one hour the source and I said the giver and I said wow we are the corner but now you are doing more because you could feel that you are building a relationship with that individual. It goes beyond just your talent. You could be the best talent in the world, but if you don't show appreciation, my brother, you do brave one man SL by a Now there is a way you need to convert the people that we call the gatekeepers, the industry folks, and build a relationship beyond just being on radio, just being on TV, just being in the creative space. Go beyond it. Now, I was working with one artist, and at the end of the year, I have a special phone number that I'll call every other stakeholder that we've crossed paths with within the year, and even some of them that we may not have gotten the opportunity to meet in person, and we appreciate them. Oh, we say thank you for this. Sometimes those within our reach too, we try to get some packages to them and all that. And to be honest with you, it worked magic for us. It opened greater doors for us, not because what we gave is too much, but the thoughtfulness alone. The thoughtfulness, because they feel that okay, I mean, I'm not in any way entitled to anything from this person.
Yeah,
I am doing my work as a gatekeeper. I'm doing my work as an industry person. But beyond my work, this person is appreciating me for what I have done. The thank you alone, the thoughtfulness alone will make the person do more for you. Now, whether the person is a playlist creator, whether he's a sound engineer, whether he's a booking agent, somebody will book you for an event, will recommend you for an event. In return, you can actually dash the person the 10%. If it's not that, we can say that, oh, sir, please, we thank you for your recommendation. We are giving you this for credit. The person may not need it, but the thoughtfulness alone will make the person feel that I need to do more. So the next time he's in the boardroom and the conversations are going on, do you think he will not mention you? It is not to say that you want to lure them to your side, but nipa ya dia osaye. Yesu Kristo ba asase so na ye hu hia no. Enti mi nipa mte asase so ye hu hia me na ye den. The Quran mentions it, the Bible mentions it. If you are an atheist, whatever, those people that you are tapping or you are getting the inspiration from, after you return to say thank you, they appreciate you for who you are. Because women is only nyansa. Sabi, if you are creative and you want to go far, be appreciative of the little things. Now, you see, people are likely to go extra mile for you if you are able to fix and to say thank you appropriately and at the right times. Now, there is a point that you need to get to where you need to sustain the small people. Now, you see, people want to appreciate big boys who are helping them, but the small people around them that have been pushing their agenda, they look down on them. And why? Do you know, said there is this problem that I have had with artists, and I keep telling them that artists are bad now. Now the artist becomes big, and now he wants to roll with the big boys. He goes like,
elephants will move with elephants. No,
okay. So now the people who were there for you at a point in time, you had nothing, but they saw greatness in you. They saw that, I mean, with the little push that they have, when they push you out there, you'll be made great. Now they pushed you and you are out there. What do you have to do? I believe, and I am somebody of strong faith that if Mullah gets up there, it is only right for Mullah to also try to grow some people around his brand. If you're creative, when you get up there, don't throw people away and going for a whole entire new people. I am not saying that you wouldn't grow into other markets. Growing into other markets demand that you get others who are well grounded in those markets. But be sure or be in the known that the people who started with you, there wasn't any motivation to be with you, but they were there for you. time will be who spotting the greatness in you or starting helping you. No, now quite be any who. To say quite bar. So what down for being an idea in the phone chow pictures near the idea. Grow that person into a brand. Now buy him a camera because what an akuma so that person will never turn his back on you. Say sound engineer now one in a year you on a boat or bought I didn't man or master or baby. If there are certain things that you can do, empower them. Now that is appreciation. Appreciation doesn't always need to be thank you alone. Sometimes it comes in the very things that can transform the person's life.
Don't say a foot will be anywhere change. So
if those people start small with you, they saw the humble beginnings and they were there for you, though the world had not paid attention to what you were doing, but they were there for you. Those after you get in there, please don't throw them away.
After you make it, better know it. Enough of them are fake it.
So when you're up there, people will fake around you. Now there is deep fake in the system. So please, it is very important.
Let's relate it to what Captain Planet.
Captain Planet. No,
in just a minute. You spent 10 minutes already.
Now, Captain Planet, what he's doing is not that he's saying it, but that has been the attitude.
Yeah.
And he's only telling us because probably it came up in the conversation. But truth be told, that has been the lifestyle. That has been his lifeblood to who he is. And Obio show attitude, Biano. People will go the extra mile to do more for you. The attitude that you give to people, maybe saying thank you may not actually be the thing that you need, but in the crazy space, your idea be working on any part at the mount. NY, if NY writes an article for me, it is only right for me to say thank you. If there is a photographer who takes the picture for you, appreciating them, do it online, tag them. Appreciate them. Gradually, you also throwing light on them. You are letting the world see the good in them as well.
Yeah.
At no dear time be a what in a hono more try say embra ho. Be probably I am from bro. But what are you also doing to also impact others while you've gotten up there? So showing appreciation is not just about you being it's about money, but sometimes you can acknowledge their works. And those acknowledgements will trickle down into other people also buy into what they do. And by so doing, we all help to build an industry that we can be proud of.
By so doing, we all help build an industry that we can be proud of. I'm sure Mullah has a different take, as in taking it from different angle. Also, jotted no more on the phone. So when they are there, they are there. I say, a business thing in Abeira. Anyway, we shall be right back after this.
Just I'm a friend, Bobianda Damo. So Jumia share, so Pentama, and I saw one Pinabia, so Toby Bichana. Try Jumia share, so Jumia share. Prices were from Kumasi for your diabo, more life on that down. Jumia wo homa wo try Jumia share so Jumia share try Jumia share so Jumia share for the big things.
Ebuchina beso kuna kusiadie. Emane nyo dadwen kra. Senior besi ahyasie. Visa application, proof of funds. Afia wafi. Every say Canister Consult UK Steady Fair 2026 no. Basso Canister Consult UK Steady Fair. Basso Golden Bean Hotel Kumasi on the 3rd of March 10:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. One hour by Jumedia CBA UK University representatives, experienced counselors, any agents. Workshop people with school and course selection, writing an awesome personal statement, scholarships, visa interviews, proof of funds, any relocation advice. Open your instant applications, become confident in your visa process, and of course, peace of mind in securing your future. Mr. Registration is free. And need to contact the Canister Consultatia or Instagram at canisterconsult.org. Your website at www.canisterconsult.org. WhatsApp and on 0547 890 0890.
This Independence Day, 6th March 2026, join us at the Lakeside Marina Park for the ultimate celebration of family, health, and Ghana's heritage. It's the Family Fun Run, proudly brought to you by Happy FM, your #1 sports station, and Lakeside Marina Park. Run, walk, and bond with loved ones while enjoying music, games, and win exciting prizes. Register now at Happy 98.9 FM in Asylum Down, Lakeside Marina Park, or Silver Star Tower at Airport City. Registration for individual runners goes for 100 cedis. A family of 2 adults and 2 kids goes for 250 Ghana cedis, and a school team of 5 goes for 400 Ghana cedis. For further inquiries, kindly call 020-856-5397 or 054-665-0499. The Family Fun Run. Celebrate family, celebrate health, and celebrate Ghana.
Wow, for when you say, oh, Fia, and near ma would you do menina? A year, do ma kama pa. Ane, Kepas appliances, and I make comfort yamawi. Young Komukasi, not Kepas rice cooker, and no a monomae, manemene kama. Kepas blender, a yamo near manu, mania muhu. A comdo, open tem, only how cry. Kepas microwaves, waffle makers, and air fryers, bemonya bibiadi, emri bimu. Afe, young Kobia. Yet tonight do you know say we need Nasua and how cry. It's unsaid Kepas standing fan and the ceiling fan. Ebama feel cool, calm, and comfortable. Then you na baby Akotoni Mepia Kepas Eboho se open ye ma papa to dia and ye baby but Kepas appliances is unsaid and you're reliable, efficient, and always by your side. Kepas designed for your dream home.
Your property holds the power to transform your future. Welcome to Eclipse Collateral Management, the game changer in turning property documents into profits. We are not just another service. We are your partner in unlocking sustainable income and fueling business growth. With prime brokerage, collateral brokerage, credit brokerage, and land documents perfection, we are redefining what is possible for property owners and business owners alike. At Eclipse, we have built a primary depository platform, a secure, innovative space where property owners like you can lodge your documents and earn risk-free, sustainable income. For businesses struggling to secure funding, we provide collateral solutions you need to thrive and grow. Every move we make is backed by a rigorous credit appraisal process, so you know you are in safe hands. Find us at Adenta Barrier near Medi Moses Hospital, beside the West African Senior High School Wall. Call 054-383-2466 today. At Eclipse Collateral Management, for property owners, we say, think safety and decent income. And for business owners, we say, think funding before projects.
Malaria fever, have a mister.
Boy Nations, yes. Bobby Assetti, Muntrebi, Nidia. Mutwami, Ewo de Garden, Ayediasi, Sisia Weekend Bia. Garden Muwana Mididi, Meche Adam and Eve. Onia, Weye Asanka Experience. Yes, some point dia. Ne fu phoning cutting coin. Aben Quaho, shaking, and now goat slice to Joe in Quabia Ubidia. Ubenyebi, Way Ayadia Sanka Experience. What's some quino near Bonium, Nessa to Jinem live on YFM. Oh, oh, your banco, in Kumakwa, Makoyira Wabi, oh, Killa, Obedian Bessie, Anna and Mutu, Odi the PM, oh, the Garden, the Asanka Experience Echoes Weekend Beer, Saturday and Sunday, live from the Octopus Building, Ayediasi, Pies Junction, Kumasi, Keylight Landing. Keylight, a premium fine dining restaurant. Keylight, the Ope, and Ayamau. You are Hujin so the Cove Event Center in Chenhua. Keylight, premium.
Alright, so back on your radio, Y1025 FM. Gratitude. Mr. Bones had a submission time to get to Mr. Asari Mula. But remember, we are live on Facebook, so you can join us, Y1025 FM, the hashtag YFM Kumasi on there. We are streaming live. You can join us. Onana is tuning. Derek Aite is also tuning. and they are dropping comments here. You can also join us, and please feel free to share for others to join us. So, Mr. Sarimula, for the next 10 minutes, this time uninterrupted. Or can be bineti and be cramming few 10 minutes.
Yeah, we can be humanity.
Okay, we was a be interjected cramming kasa.
They be the cancer. They be also Bema with me.
They be and person be dimi huni.
No problem.
Then another 10 minutes.
No problem.
I'm sure you heard
yeah.
Captain Planet.
Captain Planet.
Were you surprised? I mean, I just played a bit of it, but he said so much. He was so grateful and everything. I don't know. Have you ever met a creative who has been so appreciative of efforts you've made or anything like that?
Yeah. And why? I wasn't so shocked because I've listened to countless interviews from him. I've met him in person, I think in 2010 in Tsunami. Yeah. And how he left his food. He's a very humble, calm guy. He's very different. And in fact, from that encounter, I think he was at the restaurant with whether his girlfriend or sister or manager or whoever, and we asked for a picture. Those days, now social media, I think there was only one or so. He left, Facebook, he left his meal, shifted somewhere for us to get a very nice picture, and that was the first, I think either the first or the second celebrity picture that I took. So that guy, I from that encounter, I realized I saw something different in him. So I'm not really shocked he's singing praises and elogizing. I don't know my problem, but he said it.
And then I was on open picture no entry.
Oh. Say Oba and no be a picture, non for I think Glamose. Yes. Those days now a camera phone, now a digital camera.
I know.
So when he jumped on stage and he was like, "Mope pictures," and I said, "Mope semi bonum," because everybody was just rushing. And they all shouted, "Your pictures."
Oh, okay.
And I said, so he just gave one song, and he took pictures. Into 70 Bones and Nama, I took a picture of Bones with him. That time self bien who.
Oh, I know. Is it those cameras?
So he was really mad. Say Obabe performing now. You see pictures of my performance.
Pictures of
So when you entered
more number the picture near day.
That on Facebook about for now also we post it.
That's a new no na
you come with digital camera. So what I say, with digital camera no BlackBerry ne kuta no picture no nshedanya isa. So what trying came I decided to take one of the pictures and also that really down my in picture.
Now was where the kid try my
try go force how.
I sacrifice opportunity among.
I want to say brief. That's
guru so ba honuma ya born away no
kai. But unfortunately they say only time. They say
see because I'm telling you. You didn't start to say there.
Anyway, let's get back to our conversation.
So I think I will start off with the types of Miankasama describing the types of showing gratitude, because there are some of the things that people take it for granted that we should draw their attention to. That if a musician says this or does that, it means the person is expressing gratitude to you. Free performance can be a form of gratitude.
Yeah.
Mr. Bones can get on stage. He can organize his own program just to give back to the community. It's a free show.
Yeah.
Whether it is even paid or free show, you can equally say that, okay, my career and my path and my journey to be a successful musician, an A-list or B-list or C-list musician, or being known locally and globally, Mr. Bones played a role in it. So once he is organizing an event, I'll show up, sing for free, put my image on the banner to attract my fans to such a show, or even surprise the person, because the person already has the numbers out there. So let me just go pull a surprise on, just like Kimpaluta did with the Amrado. I can mention so many shows. Stone Boy showing up at Samini Fest. A lot of examples out there. So that is one that I've described. Statements of honor. Sometimes it's just like that is in the category of what Captain Planet has done. This is a very strong statement, and it triggers a lot of people. It gets some people with some different kind of eyeballs to you, because people don't really know who they listen to. Or the opportunity they have is just
listening to your music. Yeah.
And that's communication. That is emotions being shared. Assembly I go through and I may catch up. But on your personal life, they don't know. So the statement of honor, it can also help. And I have described as one of the types. And a typical example of statement of honor, and we say.
It didn't look like it was false, like it was so natural.
So what I say. And if you read the statement, you listen to the conversation you had with him very well. It is my life. He's saying that his life. I had to say, like, from so what I say. And these are strong statements. It doesn't just eulogize Bubak or Bright or what they have done, but a man can also respect you. For in the first place, you are able to say, assume say no yamame. Just like I will always say, Mr. Bones and saw microphone man first. Senor no anka miminiha. This does something to him. It doesn't just do something to Mr. Bonso, but also those listening. Who say, okay, this is the kind of person Mula is. Asari Mula is grateful.
Yeah.
Platform be obeko biano or body or saw microphone yede emano. And that is something for your brand, for your career, and for your life as a person beyond the music that you churn out. So that is another type. Songs of gratitude. And you be to say Teresa Bebrese.
Teresa.
Daddy Lumba owes his life and in music career to Teresa Abebrese, and he has said it in a song on stage. I don't know how else to releasing a whole album and the title here Teresa for such a person. Now obejina stage is a kase say ne say me music career na start na say mo dominant humia Teresa Abebrese we was communicating in a song. Now that song itself, if you listen to that song alone, and yet Teresa and Kwana ni diwo obonko 4 3 4 5.
Those times now most of the times no more tie.
Yes,
for the on your
yes. They try as much as they can say obonko phobia o maboa no my life. Say nya kwawe ya, say na mo dome ya, enya kwawe ya. And now do you know what is that? It transcends beyond Daddy Lumba and Teresa. In that, me, Suma wa me Teresa wa my life. Wo, Suba wa Teresa wa life.
Yeah.
Mr. Bones will have his own Teresa in a life at a point in time in their life, or contributing positively. Say the girl be part. Is if I shame school no.
The idea okay. The answer only. That's only you be original baby so.
Bones in him.
It's so. The na make us also original baby so.
Yes. It be me Teresa no. Josephine Asare. Hey Junior. Ono so no so the Asare are interesting. Or your twin. Junior. Be still mommy. Me this ID. So who?
Yeah.
Eko
None in the
car school.
None in the car sorry.
You're going.
No one quite sorry.
Oh.
Okay. Right. So we are doing morning radio.
So what I say.
So she's your Teresa.
Yes. But morning radio doesn't mean that we are morning, please.
We are not morning.
We are morning. Be sure.
So who? Sometimes who are there I felt to me Tomama. It made me Teresa Abebrese no. Now the song has transcended.
Oh no, also got Tomano, no.
So that woman Also, she's also big in Accra. She has a couple of spas and boutiques. She has made it very big. By nay, Samimi Nyeska enough. Meko toka ako channel.
Wife with Tidi Okano.
Yeah. She's listening. Hello, wifey. And not any birthday. Happy.
Okay. Belated birthday.
So what I say. So the song.
Obiama me hint also Teresa old school. No aboni di achemi.
Teresa old school.
Also Teresa no old school.
Already Obiawa no.
But see your friend Mary.
No. She wouldn't be the one. It will be Agnes.
But you know a Mary.
Yeah, I know a Mary.
Oh, interesting.
Mary for
yeah. Mpesi ebe kukonsemu. Right hand up pay free and ebusi amanso.
It will be Agnes.
Agnes.
So oh, my body no. That means no. Say body no. That means
okay.
Because
yes.
Because I mean, if not for certain things that I did, it should have been the wife.
Oh, okay.
Right. Sanko for normally normally you don't settle with them.
Okay.
But most of the time they give the best.
Like they have a certain machine in your life that they come to achieve.
Yes.
And then they are gone.
So that's just the third one.
Okay.
Songs of gratitude will transcend beyond the story and then the musician who churn out the story, the song itself. The last one. My fourth one by honoring invitation.
Pessoa says, yeah, I remember that Agnes.
Yeah, and that is true.
Yeah, that's a
so
true. Mula, you have just 2 more minutes.
2 minutes.
On the fire. Also starting at 7:58.
Man, time about the honoring invitations. I think that's the fourth one. Honoring invitations. Just somebody like Brabank came to my wedding.
Yeah.
So what I say. And Quick
Flake, yeah.
That guy, I can do stuff for him and they charge it for free. If he calls on me, I'll come. So what I say.
At least he showed up when you needed him.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And somebody like Amarado as well. Honest me every single time. Amarado, backdoor conversation. Obedru Hanum say now about 11. He always settles at Anita. To Obedru Hanum that time I call him say I'm the closest. If he does everything 11 8 p.m. 12 a.m. Ober me say, Mula, I need this. Can you help me?
So all you're trying to say is that gratitude comes in different forms.
Buying gifts. Buying gifts is the last one. This which is the fifth one. Buying gifts can be matoka chakwa because why be man. It can just be a simple cake. Just like Jackie did. I think some few days ago.
Yeah.
Called GBC, Ghana Broadcasting Corporation.
I think she's been doing it with most of the media houses in Accra.
Yeah. So what I say, recent one, no. Now we can see it in artists as well. Artists to follow artists, it happens a lot. I had a lot to say about it, but let me just brush it off. Now, in fact, I will be wrap it up. Kina Yusoba and Terry Bunchaka. Kina Yusoba saying a life or starting year or 2 year free northern parts coming to settle in Accra. Ninjina starting his music journey. Oyi Terry Bunchaka free man ye. Shatawale Terry Bunchaka. But he bows to Tiny. Tirio. Introduction. Say all building it up for the music scene. He credits Terry Bunchaka, but he bows to Tiny as well. So that's somebody who show gratification or gratitude. Shatawale to his fans. Now you cannot tell me say Shatta fans are double up baby Benny no. I properly do baby I withdraw. He's right now he holds the record as the musician now pulling the biggest crowd no. It is because he doesn't joke with his fans. Constantly he does songs for them. He mentioned it out.
Them money,
he slaps his bodyguards just because he mistreated a fan or maltreated a fan. So that is also one thing. Kofi Kinata on Castro, Stone Boy, Kelvin Boy. Kevin Boy Abedana said, though they have a rate.
Yeah.
Kill Beat, King Promise. King Promise always says and credit Kill Beat.
And RTBs.
Yes. And Ken Paluta has a whole song out for Flo Kingston. Ken Paluta nyom. Title yeden. Title near Flo Kingston. When it comes to musicians showing fans appreciation, I think they are spot on. But my problem at time I mean details musicians showing appreciation to record labels and people who introduce them.
Okay.
So you have unfortunate statements from YP. Say YP is my guy, is my friend. But YP say me sign to this record label.
If no man showing appreciation and gratitude doesn't mean that you can't also talk about the other experiences which were not worth it.
There are
things. Oh, I spoke to Kwame Eugene the last time. He says, oh, I mean, at Links put him on, they did everything for him, but it doesn't mean that they were in disagreement and are not as a human institution there. And so we are not saying we should always just talk about appreciation, but if things don't work, we should be able to talk about them as well.
If you talk about them, then you have to give details. Me saying, say, Mr. Bones saw microphone, mom, it doesn't mean that I don't have my problems with Mr. Bones. But then I choose to come and tell you, say, when they say. But you know, say,
the other side, why should you have a problem with that?
I am sitting here. No, you know, I'm sitting here because of him. And in that same way, on say me call platform to phobia so, and I'm talking the negative side of Mr. Bones on how he has done, or even after introducing me. No, I am say ya. And Bones bar platform we so member. You wouldn't have recommended me to be here. So I'm just saying that introducing somebody, building a career, starting a craft. How do they do money in our so okay. My problems I mean what with musicians in showing gratitude. They don't have a problem with showing gratitude to be our boy in their career. Okay. Anybody and a fellow musician quick smoke a bunk of Obibra Basu say asimesi ama me 200,000 say me fanye me show the revival concert we she but when it comes to musicians and record labels, especially almost starting, you know.
But have you ever wondered why it's always musicians and record labels? It may be because we've said this before. When they are coming up, they don't know so much about the industry, and so they sign certain contracts.
And they are being shortchanged.
Exactly. And now when they grow into the industry and they realize that, listen, this was not supposed to bet, and they want to perhaps have equity, a fair share, that it becomes a problem. And that's when they start to speak ill or evil about these record labels. So we should be balancing it and look at it from those.
It is very balanced. But some way somehow.
You think for any reason artists would just come out and speak ill because they just don't care about the label?
I understand
they
that
might
point.
Have gone through something.
But if you get into the details, which some of us we are privy to, the details of it are.
You get to realize that.
Most of the time, I'm talking majority of the times, artists are rather being ungrateful.
Okay, basically because artists are popular, everybody knows them, and record labels no more we share, you know, in time to myself, no more make myself. Into artists need journey to the public now. We consume that one and we start moving with that. Anyway, so showing gratitude, and one thing I like to add to this is that in as much as we are talking about creatives, it's a general conversation. I mean, showing gratitude to people, it's a must. It's something you need to do. Mr. Bones took it from the biblical angle, showed you how Jesus Christ even asked for the others, and he spoke about the Quran as well. I mean, Mr. Mullah has spoken about the practical thing as well. It happens. There are people you get gigs for, and then they come back. Me, I've told artists and people I get events for, say, if I recommend you for a gig, I don't want anything from you. All I need from you is for you to go and deliver. If you go and deliver, it means the person trusted my recommendation. That's why they came for you. So just go and deliver. There are people who have recommended for events. They go there and they go and badmouth me. And then the people tell them, only one you recommend you for sure. who was about Hebeka and the pan who has him say. And you see human beings. And the truth is that most of the times when I recommend people, I don't even tell them, say, I've recommended you for this. So I see people on events, I see people doing things, and I watch them, and I know where it came from. They don't know where it came from. They think that because they are too good into you get, but I don't like maybe I myself so Charlie. My say amount you say no, I don't do that often. You know, so gratitude indeed is a must. And Mr. Muller shared it in so many ways. When Cassius lost the mom, a lot of the musicians were there to support. You know, when I used to have my birthday parties, you have so many artists coming. I remember from Edem, from you know, you have Mr. Easy, you have Twins, you have, I mean, so many of them. Shatarako, yeah, he came all the way from Accra. Like there were people who came in. Mr. Easy was mad that I didn't put him on the flyer, and all. Do you get it? People came out, and they're always there to support you.
That stories in Ibon or say some trend for through anyway.
Say your kind of stories in the amount from small boys.
Tozen as
Harry. I'm sure you know Harry. Harry says, "NY, somewhere Juma way." Anyway, let's move on.
Quickly,
just
like the reality
seconds.
check is that gratitude won't make a bad song a good song, or will not make maybe you become. Say, I don't know where
no.
It will make people want to help you to make it better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever. And every sphere of life that you find yourself in there, if you are thankful, your tank will be full.
If you are thankful, your tank will be full, right? So if you are thankful, your tank will be full. Interesting. There's another bit of our conversation we're looking at. Do you know bloggers in Kumasi? Do you have any idea of a number of bloggers we have in the Ashanti region, like in Kumasi to be precise? Do you follow any of them?
Yes. I know BSK.
Busumuru.
Yes, I know NYDJ.
To say they may retirement.
Oh, they be unkoy.
To say I'm
retirement says one was the last production.
Oh, it's been a while.
Near Tambe.
Just like a month or so.
A month no. Ubi 10 years because who die now? A month ago, see why it happened.
Africa.
I mean, we have a couple of guys in town who are doing amazingly well. Amstem.
Amstem.
Yeah,
Swagat. This guy in Ajuso. I think he was for Sako, the guy Kokoi.
Well, I think there are a number of them in the city. We might not be able to mention all of them.
Yeah.
But the question is, I mean, I've been here on several occasions where events are happening and people have to fly in, bloggers from Accra or fly them from elsewhere just to come and cover. And that brings, you know, I've had people, some of the bloggers in Kumasi call me and say, "NY, Charlie, why don't you lead us? Let's form an association in Kumasi so that we can, you know, you being like a forerunner in this space, you know, people, we can get some of these gigs and do them here in Kumasi and get things going." I'm like, Charlie, time wouldn't allow me. But the question is, do you think our people are putting on the city as much as it's supposed to be? So many things happen in the city. Are they carrying the message well? What could be the challenge? Is it that they are not positioning themselves well? Is it to do with branding and how they go about the activities, professionalism? What is lacking? Why are people flying in bloggers and other people from elsewhere and not using our people to perhaps project our own city and the things that are happening here? We'll be speaking to Guy Hector. Guy Hector is here in Kumasi and he's been doing amazing with his coverage as well. We'll speak to him shortly to find out what could be the challenges. But let me start off with Mr. Sarimula. This one, we're just doing just some 5 minutes so that we can speak to our people on the phones as well, because I believe they also see, and maybe they introduce us to new people that they are also following that we should pay attention to. So, Mr. Mula, in just 5 minutes, do you think the blogger in Kumasi is doing enough? Is there a challenge? Is there something that needs to be addressed to make sure that they are doing better?
I think the blogger in Kumasi is doing enough. And
enough.
Yeah, I think they are doing very well. I mean, there are instances where there are it's here also follow and all that. When it comes to the problems, so when you say who problem now, and at the same time, when you say who say they are doing exceptionally well. I think there are some couple of names, Busumuru, for example.
Busumuru, Ameyao,
Boatin, Ameyao, yeah.
Shiny Creations. I can talk about Swagat,
Orachi,
Eben Orachi.
I mean GH Page, they are doing amazing.
And this guy, Plus One TV,
Plus One TV, Richie. I think these guys are doing exceptionally well. But there are places and events and can normally Kumasi Hanum say you just say media coverage in Kwa, you not get attention and numbers, sir, because there are a lot of people they can't but you could chat. They post it to internet in so oncophobia to me heighting.
Yeah.
So what I say now they highlight. So I think there are places where one or two beer we will say beer you discover it. But I say bloggers are giving it attention. And no beer no more lucky kaka. There are waterfall areas B. But beer Hanum say the waterfall area be quiet for many stretch.
Yes. Like there's a new one too.
There's also Discovery Journalism. Now how in to Omoka? Maybe it wouldn't pay.
So that is the issue. The issue is say trends and Kwan and Bana who follow there. Then what kind of journalism are you doing?
So I kind of want to know.
I want numbers in the world, but equally. You can also take some stuff on yourself. Me issue kakra menya with them and say you take some and never be to yourself. Say, okay, I'm not just following the trends. Okay, I'm following the trends. And also, there are places and events be honoma. I think they need more light. So the following the numbers that are built, say maybe throw more light on it. There is this Rasta guy. He's not a Kumasi guy, but Otimi call baby. No, I can't say kwano any. Otumiko baby no akase.
He's a Kumasi boy.
He's a Kumasi boy.
Amaru.
Yeah.
Amaru Shako.
Yeah. Shako.
Yes,
that's the name.
Otumiko
baby now wako putting the camera on them say a kwan ho pe the galam say no. Then he mentions the place as well. So what I say, he mentions the place say I had him say. The next thing you know, and before movie towards it.
Yeah.
So
he has been doing most.
Yes, there are events. And I did be on my paid for there, but then we'll be on more to meet you. Yes, I did, mommy. We know, but at the end of the day, I think they are doing enough. But me problem nina discovering some nema beer and some small attention beer. Okay, bit my tourist sites are people and then the Ghana tourism and then the community and the region. A bit me and for soccer crying. So to me. I think say they are doing well, but trend following no. And also change say omo ankasa be crafty omo apart. Ama a team for need they are following to enjoy some uncovered and nema be.
Honson scanning one in Tia na manya to boase amom.
No manya ni mienu nyina.
Ba ko ne ntia me ye bia entia. Discovering Kwan. Now me I've done so much. Okay, anyway, let's go on to the line. Let's speak to guy Hector. Hector, good morning.
Good morning, Bo.
I hope you are doing very well.
I'm doing great here.
Nice. So for those who are wondering, Guy Hector actually operates Guy Hector on all social media platforms. He covers almost every event and he's putting a spotlight on a number of talents and all the things that happen in the city. Hector, this morning we're having a conversation about blogs and bloggers in the Ashanti region. For the past few years, you have been doing exceptionally well. Tell us, do you think the blogger in Kumasi is doing enough to highlight, the good things and the things that are happening in the city?
Good morning once again, and I would want to say a big thank you to you and your team for putting us on and also giving us a chance to talk to the people. In relation to bloggers and their impact in the city as we talk now, I think the bloggers are doing a great job. And if I say bloggers, just like basically a couple of us and you yourself, who started it big in the city, took one particular line that we were not used to, and then made it successful. So some of us had the inspiration to join and be part of it and put the city out there. If I should say, first of all, are we promoting the city? Yes. Kumasi is basically full of culture when it comes to funerals and everything. And now you see the new media, almost everybody out there, weekends, you see, as the bloggers putting out our culture, following events at Mensia and all that. With events happening, we are capturing, we are supporting local businesses, doing arts, creating awareness on what is happening, where are we supposed to go, where is the fun place, what is new in town. We are encouraging accountability. Recently, I was on the radio talking about reviewing or talking about what happened over the weekend. That was the Vows weekend. So in all, I should say we are doing our best. We are promoting the city and we are making sure things are being accounted for. The things we put out there, they are being accounted for.
A number of people have spoken about, professionalism on the part of blogs and all that. I'm sure you've heard about it and all that. People are like, there are certain situations you don't want to see bloggers involved, but you find them there. The job comes with a lot of criticisms. How do you take some of these things?
You see, in every one of these jobs now, I think regulation is one problem when it comes to bloggers and the new media, if I should say. But now we are centering on blogging. Regulation is one problem. And people feel like putting out false news, it does travel. So they will definitely have to want to get the numbers and not actually be thinking about what they are putting out there. Recently, I was on Twitter trying to we should say formerly Twitter, to actually ask myself or ask the people, how do you people feel putting out these false information just for numbers? Are you not even thinking about your credibility? Are you not even asking yourself, why are you deceiving the people just so you could get numbers? And that thing is actually so rampant on X now. We have these people calling themselves agenda boys, and they would put out anything. Last week, before we had these shows in Kumasi, there was something about one food vendor. And it was almost like, it was everywhere like they had the correct source, but they were all lying. Imagine, and everybody follows it just like that. I think we really do need regulation. I think the media, the Ghana journalism, they should actually put things in place and check on that. We are not supposed to be allowed just because we feel like, we are all trying to feed our homes, we are all trying to do something, we are all helping out and all of that. No, there should be some censorship.
Now, I mean, a number of people have complained, especially some of the bloggers, like, I need to go for where, to places that will fetch me the money and all that. And so that brings about the individualism in this practice. Have you, for instance, do you have an association in Kumasi where you say, okay, all the bloggers are part of this association, so we know there are guidelines, there are regulations and all that, and now we'll be a NADA?
Honestly, there are no regulations. Honestly, as at now, or probably I might say someone has not been affected, or actually we've not had the law take its stand. So we might be thinking as at now they are not. But even with the groups they have, I know they have the YouTubers Association and all that. They have people who call themselves TikTokers. They are actually controlling the TikTok and all that. I'm not in any group as I speak now, but I've seen the YouTubers have groups where they share links of what is happening. They give them updates of where we're supposed to go. This one is coming to town. Basically, that is what is done. But I've not seen anything that is actually regulate or anyone regulating it. Like, you did this, you did. The only people, sometimes you even want to regulate it, like Mensia has standards. They will not allow this one to capture. They will not allow this one to capture. They have people who go and check on pages what you posted. Was it the right thing? Or even that one, we are having problems with it. They will send another person. You can't check everything. And now everybody has a phone. You don't even know who is doing what or who is who. That is another big thing too.
So with your experience in the space within the past few years, would you prefer or would you suggest that maybe the associations and that there should be regulations, guidelines on how bloggers and people who operate the new media go about the activities?
And definitely there should be some form of regulation, honestly. Because some of us, like I said, the NYDJ Live, not because I'm talking to you, not because I know you, not because of anything, but we actually stayed back and watched people like you. We have seen Ame Aldebres when it was all started. We have seen the Ame Aldebres. We have seen people. I have seen my own NY do it and do it with some standard. So normally I would even be just say, hey, standard idea, Kumasi the N5, but you stuck to it. So when I was coming into the job, I told myself, it's either I'm sticking to what I feel is right and do my best, and not just conform to whatever everybody is doing and be like, oh, this will fetch me money, so let me just go that way and stick to it. We need to be regulated. There should be some checks. If we have to form associations that would check on us and actually support us, because we are doing a good job. We are doing great. Most of us are putting out things that at first we are not even getting the chance to actually see them. But there should be some regulation. The false stories, so many people saying things that are not degrading people's hard work is being, it's not the right way. We just really have to just be thinking about ourselves, just for our selfish interest, and just do anything out there.
You seem to be very worried about some of the unprofessional acts and things that people do in the space. How does that affect you? Like, have you ever been to events and people say, oh, bloggers, we more there, say this. Like, how do you feel?
So you see, now you even put a comment in someone's face. You see that thing? But before you're not having that, people are even proud to see you with a camera in their faces because they feel you're going to project them. Now, I tell my people, my workers, I told them normally, even when we are paid to do jobs, normally in Kumasi, most of the blogging we are doing, you see, blogging in Ghana, someday we might talk about it, it doesn't really pay. So it's about jobs that you do for the people, and then you get paid. And you would have someone getting you to come and do some work for them, and then some people don't even care. For instance, I might go to a funeral. You ask me to capture the whole funeral, and then I see a family member with a phone, which I know in our culture is not even the right way. There are a lot of things you see, someone not dressed properly, someone doing something, someone fighting even at the funeral, and people want to capture it. Not even thinking about what is happening. So the next time, who's going to actually hire you to come and work? You are putting out false information like recently, despite was with +1 TV.
Yeah.
And he asked him. So you heard people talk about me and said I've been arrested and all that. So you think this man was not talking, but now he is talking. Why? It is affecting him in some way. So he has actually closed his circle. If it's not +1, other people don't get a chance to get close to him. Why are we doing that to ourselves?
Have you ever seen a video of, of late people go for events and they are just, all they go there to capture is either boobs or ass. That's all they are into. I just want to ask your personal opinion. Like, when you see some of these things, how do you feel?
I feel very, very bad and disappointed. There's this other one that has been going on with all these events. You see people by the barricade very close to the stage. For some reason, I don't know if they are grinding them, and that is what catches the people's attention. Cameras need to see almost just because they want to put it out there, and the people would also have the chance to come and interact. So that is what they are. They don't even capture the good things at the events. It's beautiful people, nicely dressed, doing other stuff. Being part of the shows, people on the stage. But then everything is centered on the nude, what someone is wearing, how someone, and that is not supposed to be the way. See, with events now, they barely even capture. If it is not the main act, having his own team put out what actually happened. Not just a call, will just be centered on what is happening around that barricade, who is grinding, who is touching who, just to get the people talk about it. And I think it's not right. We should find a way to actually check on all those things.
All right, so if you just tune in, I'm speaking to Guy Hector. Guy Hector is here in Kumasi. He is one of the fine new media guys who's doing well. He has his own team now, capturing almost every cultural event and all that. I've heard some of our people in Kumasi complain to me and say, oh, anyway, Kumasi, so I'm on for better programs. I know what the bloggers need for Accra, Naba. they fly them in, they give them nice hotels. Is it because our people have not positioned themselves well, they are not acting professionally, or what do you think will be the problem?
And why, if somebody says the people are not acting professionally in quotes, you should give me 3 or 4 names who act professionally than NYDJ live. You see, but sometimes I don't blame the people. It's about how we put ourselves. And there's no way Kumasi, there is a gap. Definitely, the capital city, we can't compare. We are doing our best. If I should say, like we do funerals, so I tell people, wherever you are from, just make sure you are doing the best out of where you are from. We have funerals. They would wish to capture funerals. Imagine those capturing the funerals. So sometimes people are trying to say, oh, we can even use funeral as a tourism. It is not a bad idea. Because if I should tell you the money funeral is bringing to the city every time, there were times you're not even seeing our own people coming back to town. But now with the funerals, almost every weekend, we see the East Legon Executive Club members in the city.
Yeah.
You see, so it's not about how people are going to put us out there. We should keep on working. I didn't want to mention this, but look at Lens. He have focus. Now Lens is with the Nanaba team. He just moved from Kumasi, and the Kumasi people changed the game. Before we were all watching them, we saw Zion Felix, we seen GH Hyper, we seen Amel Debra. They were just blogging, writing more on it, and just use a picture. The Kumasi people came into the thing and changed it and started making it reels. The video tells the story itself. You see, in a minute, you could actually see what was happening all over there in a minute. But first, it was, we capture an image, just one, the president moves, just one. President Mahama was here and they did this. Yes, that is the blogging. Now they've added something to it just to make us different. And I think with time, people recognize. Recently, there was an event in Accra, a very big one, and there are 2 main bloggers were from Kumasi, captured by a guy 10-year focus. And they did a great job. They did not disgrace the people. So I think with time, we are not trying to be like, oh, Accra for a corridor and all that. No. With time, with our good works, it will speak for itself and we will be where we want to be.
With time and with our good works, they will speak for us and it will be where we want to be. Guy, thank you very much for speaking to us this morning on YFM. I really appreciate the conversation.
Thank you so much, your team. We want to say a good morning and a great weekend to all people in Kumasi.
All right. Guys, there you have it. Guy Hector speaking about industry and all the things that are happening in here. Let me get to Mr. Muller. Muller has spoken, right? Yeah. So let me speak to Mr. Bones for just 5 minutes, yes. And then we'll try and do 2 minutes, and then can be more time to be up. You've heard Guy Hector speak.
Yes. And I love where he's coming from, and he's just spot on. I keep saying the fact that, why are bloggers also being tagged the Kumasi-based blogger?
Accra based.
Because the office to the blogger is global.
The internet.
The office
universal.
It's universal. So I don't really understand why that Kumasi based blogger.
Now only Kumasi, and Kumasi nati.
No, but when it comes to Kumasi, everything from here will be tagged. No, but when there is an example, so be a big Ghana. No, if you tag there, you won't tag him tag base.
No, tag radio omoye. But why should there be a problem if somebody says Kumasi based? What's the problem?
It's not a problem.
Are you not based there?
But sometimes they want to use that thing to box you in there. Because I keep saying this, that when it comes to reach, let's say if a TV station is operating from Kumasi, and it's on DDT, and it's on digital satellite, and it's transmitting like any other TV station in Accra as well. But the moment you actually mention that Kumasi, the person thinks that maybe it's only people in Kumasi who are watching, and that is the mentality out there. Now, NY, there is an issue that I always have with bloggers, and I think Guy Hector mentioned few of them. There is something which is actually happening now, the polarization and the echo chambers. Now, algorithm is actually the behind the scenes map that actually taps on your habits and your preferences. And the algorithms now is prioritizing engaging content, and it's not really important content.
Yeah.
So people have access to information not because those informations are the best ones to be seen, but they are the ones that are having engagement. So the algorithm will naturally suggest to you, if Mullah is to get to TikTok right now, it's not like Mullah wants to see those kind of things, but the algorithm knows that this is what is engaging, and it pops up. Now, my issue has to do with, say, who need to even skit makers and front skit. It's I say, who are twa, who are dinner.
Oh, Yamia, I didn't and you too, Massa.
And why? But if it's an American,
that's where the numbers are.
Look at, I mean, now, Yema Ubiko to Hona or yes, styles was skitting. Now, Faye, oh, yes, say everything.
Camera is 33 to 1.
And even when we go for events, now they want to capture which ass is big and whatever.
And when they eat no phone,
I don't know, Mom, you BB or no, or Moka on a BB and a dozen.
So, anyway, this thing is another thing that we need to take a look at, because NY DJs like Abuatin and the likes would want to.
I am a mumbo video because they made me here in my yes, sleepless nights, keke.
It's can go on now,
and it's can we have
Dimpa.
We are made the Dimpa coffee and I could did. December again.
Dimpa no tea.
Poor my Yemfa Vienna. Dimpa mini.
Unim said Dimpa Naman they unya access to law school.
Oboa me exam
Okoye no tie ebuma be say NY omudu law school aye mom kwan
my exams no be say me
they will do the background checks before even you are called for interviews. They do that
but we dem yana my exam
and aboa
Asembe no because o be no be atna baby say any exam ye man the favor no course
that me tie who here say we just dimpa wasasi so because at a point
first can count
when you actually got there in the room, if you are being honest, some of them when you started speaking they I said this voice I know, somebody would actually prompt
when they test the crime because me ID card administrator and they say as I met your voice already so now so many penny or so boa
ewa so now it could have and yes say be what the no call but the good things that you've done in the past say do say year visit pastor and yes say year visit no ye bad but it is to tell that you actually left good footprint somewhere where others can also, it will lead others to that place as well. And there both bloggers are and other people who started this journey and were genuine to their cause and have been able to stood the test of time and still relevant in here with dominance. You're doing more than you did. So I am just trying to say that yes, maybe at that time, but you were so conscious about and you knew what exactly you wanted to do. And it is what is yielding the results now. So I am just saying that our bloggers and people who are on the social networking now must know that yes, now the mega trends in social media will tell you that it's many to many. I mean, at a point we were regularized by maybe one to many, where there are rules and regulations that governs the operations of a media house, a TV station and all that. But now with the social networking, there are no rules and regulations. But in that, it is also to tell you that as an individual, there are social responsibilities that are to you. Morally and everything. So whatever that you are doing, in as much as you want to get the clickbaits, you want to get the views and other things, be guided by morals and certain things that society uphold. So anyway, now my last thing is the misinformation and the deep fake. The misinformation. Now people can take videos and put different voice beneath it and present it as news. and people would just hook onto it and say that I know no or no can who are what kind of question no na or no cover video be onim source no. When the team legal wives and the team responsible wives issue came, somebody took a video of Menshia na yura etna offensive issue ne so and I can say oba penny wo fear ebusia penny who need to me say we bibia. Now they use that video no quoted here say otu vatena asem ne so.
They realized there was a lot of misinformation. The last time I chanced on I had to unfriend somebody on Facebook. Basically, somebody I respect a lot. Basically, because she has shared a video of them discussing and or no choice boba. And you know what the video was about? In the video, the people were alleging that her ladyship Dorinda Smith had taken a bribe of $35,000 into no dear assembly more Dobroni. And the allegations, I was like, and these people are so confident speaking about this on TikTok.
And there is a story.
And
there's a story
and
to
they
how
talk about the
this
fact,
can come on.
You see, and they talk about the fact that Andopana Obedia Assembly ye late because of the kind.
Yeah,
I was like, hey.
And this is misinformation.
The way I was
and I was shocked.
And then what?
Say this kind of
look, people will hook onto this thing.
Oh
and when you're telling them the
truth,
you become the enemy. So I mean, society. I think Ghana, we need to do more. Now we need to find a way to regularize how things are happening, because now the Gen Zs, the
Gen Alphas,
the Gen Beaters who are coming, they are no longer going to the search engines, the Googles, other things to search for information. They go on TikTok. They go on Instagram and type, how do I cook? And it pops up and somebody's teaching the person how to cook. So the information that they are getting in there, what they are grabbing onto, what they are, accepting hook, line and sinker.
We have a terrible future.
So anyway, please, we need to be, and now the deepfake too. How people have, no be a picture, no or the AI didn't at all. So the agentic AI is now no longer a helper, but is becoming a partner.
Yeah.
And that is the danger of where we are heading to. So anyway, there are a whole lot of things, and there is this FOMO as well, fear of missing out in people. Now, Uncle for social media postings now, the polished ones and quite 20 people think as they are not out. But meanwhile, in reality,
thank you very much, Mr. Bones. So this morning we've looked at a number of things. Gratitude. We looked at our blogging space. The blogging space, Nyame Aduma, next week we'll go into details with it, because there's a lot that we need to do about that. So God willing, next week we'll get into details, deeper into that. But let's try and do a few phone calls and wrap it up this morning. 024-680-7545. 024-680-7545. If you've got anything to share with us. Hello, good morning.
Hello, NY Mamacho.
Yeah, Joe Suminia.
Me patrol your friend MC Rabbi Kuha News.
Minia Akwaba.
Metia Mr. Bones ne Minua Mula and afi why from a chief for NY.
Yeah, Joso.
And president Odi Kaka bloggers assembly the NY part 2 cram and sure say be me asanteman. This am some way kusi be part 4 because me dia mene nipa ne biya adwene say TikTok pa dia me no anka be ya Kagana ba na the Ministry of Communication ki antu kakra ko TikTok false information and what TikTok no me sure say be IG and Facebook. But looking at and command mudi about bloggers ne how I be project you sitting in there no and why metimaka say big companies, any government companies, any baby buy or more for PRs, no. It's about time I feel bloggers. I'm on my boy PRs, and not PRs for Nejumano. I about from Kaka because they say most of the time. Onti PR for Bianca. Kenya digitalization ba blogging social media information I'm on. Because we're supposed to see office be a PRO be a will be an oseki unje say PRO for ni yeah juma pa our social media because PRO for there come juma ne public relation but here when is and baby to say KM regional office and food and drugs authority is half for no and I'm some juma ne so very complicated in you know I wish to say come on so no bet my fa bloggers no training omo na nkomo areas be a here more education no boy any yetimenya say na say benya freestyle bloggers di nyamra nsem ne sabi and no man fa kwem ko enti eno ai be sia mo bia ba benya menya mo kase bebre.
Amen. Medazamania, thank you very much for the submission. You can also give us a call and let's talk. But remember, we need to strike out malaria fever with our award-winning hair balm medicine, Tabia hair balm mixture. Malaria fever, typhoid fever, loss of appetite. We hear Tabia hair balm mixture. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, NY. This is your boy, Doctor. Me and the case you are so cool. Then my part on to say.
Doctor, Nyamiya do me hoye mamintio.
And I catch a glass of man at 10 minutes one casta. Hey, and I was there. And I want him. Mamma Tia Santimero or Chico calls for Rebbe will be a rather man and choir or two for Rebbe will be a doctor and a Yanquan. And why? The person which I say, yeah, you know, music industry, no, to say, position part on Yam and Pacho.
Also, then I was say.
The theatre I'm castle Musiama and I could see some Pacho and why, Pacho.
Say, I buy that on the coin and one.
That on the coin, one, no. John Dramani Mama, you are poor Obama, no fun and answer from Dr. Casano. And why? I look at Nancy. And why? The person said, I tell me, I don't think I captain a musician or blend one sister.
So be a honey, Subino, no, Sanote, internal.
Sanote, okay, last time I had an interview, no car, send me money and the power, so to Solano, Pano, Hoka, we used to say, you know, and I'm only saying you have to know. Grow one stay and just said you were Junior and I saw you if you only go but if you ask me, I could see on grass and why. The car could see someone who took and then or be a farm grass and not if it's already on grass, you be kind. Maybe do any man while money.
All right, Doctor, thank you very much for calling. Your time now, so I didn't blink you or so I have one say blessing our book commission or the other side. Let's pick the last one. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, NY.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Welcome. What's your name, sir?
I'm calling Samoa.
Collins, welcome. Talk to us.
Okay, so NY, as I'm not blogging media now, the evening is Ghanaians Nankasa, say, Okanson Kituru Ghanaian JD. Yeah. And I see the NY, Wakotia Simuino, na Bunson Chakotia Simuino. O Canadian, Bunsi Soboa, Bunsi Canadian. We know I was so boy. Oh, you need to say you be agree, like you be disagree to agree. Oh, me man number 3 me I can number 5 ba wunu. Me fanisa. Me so me defend the anima kwetino. Who wants na me agree. Oh, and the man you more because me share enyama ekoso media ne so that me say me na Ghana.
Matiminia was already a cause of media as well. I thought that none the yam or my Ghana because like people just accept whatever they see online. Once it's on the internet, it will be a canon. If you be a follow nine to feel say, oh no, wait the end create, and that's the risky bit of it. Bigo Soft Drink says, wake up to a new taste of Bigo Cola. Remember, nothing comes close to Bigo Cola, a drink of joy, both cold and sweet. For your weddings, for your parties, for all occasions, make sure it's Bigo Cola. For bulk purchase, please call 032-219-0877. Remember, it's a quality product from Trillium Industries. Adam's Kitchen is a weekend day by your Friday Fiesta, which happens on Fridays. We have the Nightlife Safari on Saturdays, and we have the Sunday Fun Day. Come to us. We have a 7-day running lounge and bar